I think that people underestimate the power of the lights. When you've got fantastic music in a black room, it might be for some, but actually you'll find it very boring very quickly, potentially. My name is Ryan Ashworth. I am part of the FOLD team. I have been for 6 years. I started with a different role, but I'm now part of the tech team and have been for 4 years and head lighting in the venue. So I work with James, who's my technical manager, and we deliver lights and sound for the venue.
My name's James Newmarch. I'm the technical manager of FOLD in London and also the director of the production company Refract Labs. We're here at the Grand Hall for the Stone Techno Festival 2026, and we've been tasked with bringing our kind of FOLD production aesthetic to this new venue that is the Grand Hall.
I think that, at the end of the day, when you're in a rave, your senses are tantalised. Obviously, audio at the forefront. Music is the driving force of all of this for everybody, I think. The additional aspect of lighting, obviously tantalising. Vision as well. It's another full human sense that needs to be sort of looked at, and I think that lighting does exactly that. And when you've got lighting working in synergy with the audio, you get a very magical experience.
So there's a blend of both video and lighting in this show. A lot of the shows that we do in various festivals rely heavily on content over fixtures, and that's been done with the help and the use of the Prism software. Basically, we have our very talented VJ Joel, who generates this generative content, which we then send over NDI into Prism, which is then mapped over the fixtures, which we can see. So basically in this show, we've got the large vanish screen with our fixtures behind it, and they're creating like volumetric effects, kind of casting the media content out through the screen to kind of like make it a bit more of a tactile experience as opposed to just like a flat video. So yeah, in previous versions before where we were using maybe like an AI server instead of Prism, we didn't have these new layer adjustments, where now we can do interesting things like this frame blend, which really smooths out the content. So when we're trying to go for a lot more smoother effects, this kind of really helps. Just off the bat, it just works. It runs smooth, never having to change anything, just there working in the background, doing its thing, which is what you want in a gig like this. I think for me, what works well with Avo and why I like it personally is just that the workflow works with how I think. I can get my ideas out a lot easier. It allows me to translate what I want to do in a show from like an experiential basis to getting it into a desk and getting it programmed and getting it out there, which for me, having a workflow that works quickly and like can adapt is most important.
Got into Avolites because that's the desk that we have at the venue, and I kind of was able to pick it up but on a more busking level. So I was operating on a show that wasn't mine, but very quickly got the hang of busking through that, and then thought, well, I want to busk stuff that I've created. I did level 1 and 2 at the headquarters in London, got to know the team there who are fantastic and very supportive, and after that I was like, wow, okay, now I can create my own stuff which I can then busk. So we've got the D9 here and a D7 on the other side. This way that James can pixel map and or create fixture orders and groups for me whilst I'm live busking, and it won't affect what I'm doing. It enables us to communicate with each other and go, oh, I could do with actually having this. He will go and program that on the other desk for me while I'm operating, and it will appear for me to use. So having that strength without having to take time off the desk is super helpful. With this, I'm able to really stretch out my show. Rather than having to flick pages on one screen, I'm able to have a full access to fixtures on one. Playbacks I will always have open on another. And then in the center here, I've got my groups, gobos, and positions, so that during any moment in the show, even if I want to divert from stuff I've pre-created via my playbacks, if I feel like, okay, this moment needs something different, no problem. I have attribute editor open always on this screen. Select the group, change the attribute, boom. Or even just pick certain fixtures and change the attribute of those in the moment and live. And I feel that that really helps with bespoking every live show. Instead of rinsing and repeating the same playbacks I've already created, that's backup. That's what I'll run while I'm creating and layering other things on top. And I'm big for creating stuff in the moment.
This is what we love doing. We're music heads, we're all DJs. This is just another way to kind of get this kind of art and creativity out. We love the experience of the show, so like to be able to build it ourselves and give people the experience that we love is what we enjoy doing. So like, you know, being trusted to come and bring our vibe here is super lovely.